Hey everyone, what's up? It's Ray and welcome to this new video. This video is going to be my advanced post-EOC Armadyl solo guide. The Armadyl boss has always been my favorite boss, and I actually managed to come across a nice method which showed me how to kill the Armadyl boss quite efficiently, and I kind of altered the methods, and hopefully with this I made my own in quotation mark perfect method for right now. As I said, this is an advanced guide, so if you are quite low level and don't have too much money to spare on gear, don't watch this guide, or maybe you do but you need to downgrade some stuff. But also your inventory should be different, and you can definitely expect slower kills and different money rates per hour. Now in this guide we're going to show you guys the information, inventory and gear, how to get there, the action bar setup, how to get your kill count, and of course killing Armadyl all in one. Now as for first the information about the Kree'arra or the Armadyl general boss, it has a combat level of 210, which has been altered after the EOC. It has 55,000 life points, but don't be fooled. Even though it is quite a lot, you can actually go through them quite quickly together with a Steel Titan. Now the attack styles is all three. It actually uses melee, ranged and magic, but it will only use melee if you're not attacking the boss. It will actually start walking towards you and will hit you with its melee attack, but it's not as devastating anymore after the EOC. It is aggressive once you are in the boss chamber. No Armadyl item is going to change anything about that. It is immune to poison and it is immune to stun, but I kind of doubt that, since I did manage to stun it a couple of times, but this was on the unofficial Runescape wiki, so I'll take it from that, but take this one with a question mark. And of course the top drop is an Armadyl hilt, but there are many other Armadyl drops which are also worth mentioning, such as the Armadyl chestplate, Armadyl gloves, chain skirts, buckler, boots, and of course the helmet. It's going to be the Steel Titan method, and for the inventory and gear we're going to alter our setup for this. Now as this is an advanced guide, I am wearing full Pernix. Of course there is some better range armor, but this is what I have to my availability, and this works just fine. Now as you can see, I am wearing my dual wielded Kree'arra crossbow. You can definitely switch this out by a royal crossbow. I didn't do the quest, but this works completely fine, and personally I really like the ultimate ability Unload. Works really cool for me, so I always like to wield the dual Kree'arra crossbows. I have royal bolts, which is the best bolt in my opinion. As for an aura, I'm wearing either the vampirism if you can't really make it with your food, or the penance. I personally prefer penance because I don't use any food at all. So Ava's Alerter, Fury, you can switch this out, maybe downgrade it, but I wouldn't do too much with it. Glaven boots, you can maybe switch them out for ranger boots or even snakeskin boots, and an imbued onyx ring. You can even put a ring of wealth in your inventory and switch it out at the end of the kill. I just don't prefer to do that, it's too much hassle for me. I just like to wear my onyx ring high. Also wearing swift gloves, of course, you can switch these out by either Goliath gloves or Barrow's gloves. Again, what you have to your availability. I bring 4 overload flasks. I can probably stay for about 8 overload flasks. Even though I personally don't like those long trips, so I just take 4. I have all super prayer flasks, but in the first couple of kills, the first hour actually, I don't use any prayer because of my penance aura, so these only will go in after the first hour, and then I can definitely stay for way longer. 2 Steel Titan pouches. I will summon 1 once I'm getting my kill count. I have a Trollheim teleport tab. You can also just use the runes if you didn't do the love story quest. I have 1 emergency Ceradome and brew flasks. I don't even use that one, never ever. I can definitely get around just using my abilities and my soul split and everything. I have dread nips. You don't have to use them, they just speed it up a little bit. And of course my Steel of Legends or Steel Titan scrolls, quick teleport out of there is also really nice. Now as for my action bar, how I have it set up, I have 4 basic abilities which you will just like cycle through while doing your kill. I have 3 threshold abilities. You can choose those for yourself. You can just copy my bar if you want to. Only 2 defensive abilities. I hardly ever use them, but if I ever get into trouble I can just use those, make Armadyl hit a little bit less. And only 1 ultimate ability. I hardly ever use my ultimate ability, I just stay with the threshold abilities. The unload ability is a really nice one, but you can only use that one if you have a dual wielded crossbow. Dual wielding crossbow. Sorry. Then I have my regenerate thingy, right there. If you're not into attack, you can use that one to get all your health back, which is still from your adrenaline. And if I have my quick teleport out also on my action bar. I've actually made myself, I always have my pinky, I don't know why, but I always have my pinky on the sign right there, so if I ever get into trouble I can just click that real quick and teleport right out of there, because the first option on a teleport tab is break. So that's how I have it set up. You can just copy it if you want to. You don't have to copy. I don't say this is the perfect setup for your action bar, but this is the one I really fancy and I really like to use. Now again, for the stun action right there, for the stun ability, I'm not sure if it works. I'm pretty sure it works, but if you see that it's not working, make sure to switch that one out. Now as I said before, this is a advanced guide. If you have a little bit less gear, you're definitely going to have to take more food, because you're not going to manage with only just Armadyl. And of course, if you're taking Armadyl, you also need to have some sort of god items, otherwise all of them there will be attacking you when getting KC, and the Pernix or any of the ancient equipment actually does that for you. So if you are not planning on taking Pernix, make sure to switch some Zamorak and maybe some Ceradomin items in there as well. Getting there is quite simple. You actually just break your Trollheim teleport tab. If you can't teleport to Trollheim, you can also walk through Berthor, but if you want to do this quite effectively, I do recommend getting the Trollheim teleport, because otherwise it takes way too long actually getting there, and that is time you could also have spent killing the boss. So if you're taking longer trips, it doesn't really matter, but just teleport to Trollheim, climb down the mountain. Now there you'll actually see some trolls which will throw rocks at you. Before the evolution of combat, you can actually walk past there if you are 137 or 138 combat. Now I am 200 combat, which is the max, and still I'm getting attacked, so it doesn't work anymore. Just pray range. Now you can either lift the boulder, where you'll need 60 strength, or you can either squeeze past it, you'll need 60 agility for that. Then you'll go past some wolves. You'll actually pray melee against those. They can hit quite effectively. You also get into some snowy area, and your health will be drained quite quickly. Also your run will be drained quite quickly, so I always like to rest before I actually go to the avian seas. Now if you're not wearing any god items, as soon as you get into the dungeon everything will be attacking you, so make sure you have those. As you can see right now, nothing is attacking me because I have my Pernix. You walk south, you grapple across the chasm. Also with the God Wars revamped update, you don't actually need a Mithril grapple anymore to do this, so you can actually just click on the pillar and we'll grapple you across. There you'll see the nice Armadyl Eyrie where you can kill your avian seas to get kill count. Now to get into the Armadyl boss chamber, just like any other boss chamber in the God Wars dungeon, you need to have 40 kill count of the respective god. Since we're killing Armadyl, we need 40 Armadyl kill count. Now the best monster for this is the avian seas. It will also drop some noted adamant bars, which means it will pay up for some of the trip. Hopefully of course we get a drop, but that's not guaranteed, so at least we get some money out of there. Also you can kill any of the other Armadyl monsters. There's also some Zamorak monsters in the Armadyl layer, so don't take off your items just yet, because they will start attacking you. Now I did make a couple of mistakes right there. I did every now and then I attacked a spiritual ranger, which I didn't know was a Zamorak item or a Zamorak monster, but that's alright. Just got some Zamorak KC there. Should go quite quickly. You can just use your basic abilities, maybe every now and then some thresholds, and make sure you use your Steel Titan to your advantage so you can speed up the KC. I can get KC in about 10 minutes. I do use my overloads for it. Just like to do that. Also get my range curse as well. I don't know, I just like to speed it up, why not, right? I have the overloads for it. I normally don't even stay for the whole 2 hours, because I get bored before that, so I just like to, you know, make sure I get my quickest strip done as possible and get the most efficient kills per hour. Now, as I said, you can also kill some other monsters right there, but the avian seas are the most profitable, also the most easy to kill. And that's pretty much it. Once you have your 40 KC, you can walk straight to the boss room, and I'll explain how to kill the boss. Front of the boss room, getting ready, overloading, make sure your prayers are on. I always use soul split. Protect from range is not even like necessary. I just do soul split to get your health back anyway. Protect item just in case. I always do that. If I lag out for any reason whatsoever, I always protect item. And of course my range curse. If you don't have the curses, make sure to just like do rigor or something like that. Now go in the boss room, make sure to deploy your Dreadnought, make sure your Steel Titan is on the boss, make sure to spec as often as you can. If you even want to, you can take some summoning potions so you can spec even more. And of course, if you really want to, you can take like a super restore, so if your Titan runs out like too fast, or if your points run out, you can resummon one, but I always kill it before like my points get too low to resummon another one. There is a altar in the boss room. Make sure to use it as often as possible. You can use it about every 10 minutes and it will make sure your prayer is completely full. Now with the penance aura and in combination with the altar, the first hour we will not use any prayer potions. I don't know if you also see this in this guide, but if you go to like longer kills, you'll see that I still have all my prayer potions left, or only used one, which was basically on the KC. So that's pretty much for that. Make sure that after you kill Armadyl, you go to the minions as quickly as possible. Even though they have a lower drop chance, they will also drop one of the armor pieces. Not the Armadyl hilts, but also all the armor pieces, so you can even make some money out of there. Of course, also all of them, they drop the God Sword shards. You can also get some money from that. And as for the rest, they drop mostly noted items or stackable items, so you won't use too much inventory space. And make sure you pick up all the seeds as well, the dwarf wheat seeds especially, because they are quite a lot of money. And from a full trip, you normally make about 300k only from the seeds. Now make sure you cycle through the normal and basic abilities as quickly as possible, so you can use your threshold ones. My personal favorite is the rapid fire. Yeah, it is so good. It's almost like an ultimate ability, but yeah, you just need way less adrenaline and it recovers way more quickly. Now with this guide, we do I really hope you do have some basic understanding of the abilities, otherwise you have no idea what I'm doing on screen. But if you do have some basic understanding of the ability, you can just look on screen what I'm doing. I'm not saying I'm making like no mistakes at all, but you can see it's going pretty well. Not using any food, and the kills are going quite quickly. Now, as you can see, I also got a drop from an Armadyl chestplate, and I actually also got a drop from Armadyl gloves, but I don't know if I showed them in this video. But they are quite effective, really. With this strip I made about 13 mil, I'm pretty sure, which only took me about 2 hours. I didn't finish the entire trip, I know that, because I just wanted to get this editing and of course rendering for you guys. But yeah, I did make quite a bit of money. Now, of course, you're not going to be lucky every single time, but make sure you just hang in there. I know me and a friend, Brad, actually have had a dry streak for about 500 kills, but that was the longest dry streak we've ever had, and it shouldn't happen to you guys. Normally you get a drop about every 80 to 120 kills. Now, I don't actually know the drop rates of the Armadyl boss. I know they have been changed with the new drops that came out, but what I know personally is that the Armadyl hill drop is about 1 in 150 kills, so if you are going after that, make sure to keep that in mind. Now, hopefully I didn't forget anything. I hope you guys enjoyed this guide. If you did, please let me know in the comments below, and of course like the video, subscribe to my channel if you like more of my content, and make sure to watch out for further videos in the future. Now, as just for a quick note, me and my friends actually started up the new channel 7scapers again. If you are interested, make sure to click the link in the description below, and maybe I'll put it somewhere on the screen. If you're not interested at all, don't worry, you don't have to click it. Just stay subscribed to my channel and you'll see more RuneScape videos in the future. But just know I'm uploading Minecraft there as well. Anyway, as I said, hope you guys did enjoy. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. Subscribe if you're awesome, of course. Bye.